Welcome everybody. It took a lot of kunst en vliegwerk or creabea or however you want to call it, effort to make this phone hanging over my work. This is my lab. I crochet normally here in the evening, and now I'm doing it through the day because I want to show you how I change colors. And I try to do it upstairs on my desk, but it's very difficult because it's a big a blanket already. It will be a pattern soon to be published in multiple colors, in mosaic and in overlay interlocking filet crochet. But now I show you how to change colors in this pattern in mosaic. Yes, that's it. I work with I guide two colors. As you see, two colors I guide. Here from the back you see it. And the red I will do in a separate tutorial, because that I only guide as I'm there. You know, I started here and I will show you how I do it. It's one option. You can also sew in the ends. But now, as you see, you have a lot of fringe on the ends. But that doesn't matter because I'm going to do a, how you call it, envelope border. As you see, I tried to do this already upstairs, but I can't work on my desk with this and I couldn't see my stitches. I hope the light is clear enough. I don't have tutorial yarn, I just have the yarn I'm going to use. So you can see how I do this row, and I need to set up my tablet because normally it's in this little a holder that I can see it, but now I open my tablet and we're going to do row 180 and row 182. And as you see no color here. That is the background color in the white, a dark brown there and an orangey color there, and here again a brown and a white. And I'm going to show you how I do it. It's not that difficult. It's just you need to keep your yarn separated, and it goes better when I work here sitting down relaxed than upstairs on my desk because it's so big. I don't know why I can't do it behind my desk, but I like it. Sit in the recliner, feet up, you know, my feet are there. Oh, wiggle feet. Can't see them now, but the feet are there. And you do a little knot and you start your side stitch as usual. But now here's the truc, barba truc. You get those two yarns you want to guide with you lay it over your yarn, you push it a little bit in, push this a little bit in, see, push it all in, and you chain one. There, that is the start of your side stitch. And now we do another double crochet. We take that yarn with us there. And oh, this is so much better than trying to crochet on my desk. Now I want to keep this yarn in the front and not in the back. Otherwise it makes like a braid in the yarn. And I don't want that because then I go crazy in the end because you can't guide the yarn anymore because it knots up and you're busy half an hour unknotting your yarn. So we follow the pattern now, and that's one single crochet, back loop only. So we start the pattern now. I put the yarn already over the two colors, and I'm going to follow my pattern. Pull a little bit more. This is a little big stitch. Why is this stitch so big? I don't know. Let me pull it a little bit back and crochet it there. And I don't mind it's bleeding here because it's just will be covered with a double crochet in the next row. Okay, and we start immediately with 7 double crochets. Now, I don't guide the yarn on double crochets. I only guide it on single crochets. So let's do, I'm trying to move a little bit. Sorry, that's the couch. I didn't fart. That's the couch. Really, it helped me. I move a little bit and then I'm going to do my double crochets, but I don't guide this yarn. This is for the next row, which I show you too. Row 181, I think it is, or 82 or 83, whatever. But we're going to follow the pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And we need to do 17, so 2 more. Then a repeater of 9 single, 1 double, 9 single, 1 double. And as you see, I have here already big loops pulled up because that is what I did before and I didn't like it. So now we're going to do our first single crochet of 9. And you see already I took the yarn behind my work, but I don't use it yet because then it will start bleeding. Let me see if I can find the mistake I made in the first rows. Then you'll see what I mean. Where is it? Here? No, where is it? Well, it's not that over the top, but I thought it wasn't nice. I saw some bleeding and I don't like bleeding. See, you see here some other yarns bleeding through the color of the dark brown, the lighter brown. I really don't like that. I want to avoid it. And here you see it again. See, I really want to avoid it. So Miss Tichelaar, Caroline, told me you always skip the first double crochet, the single crochet, and she's right. You just skip it here. See? And now there's no bleeding, and now you're going to crochet them in. See, now I take the yarn with me. It's a little bit stretched, but you can always pull it. Make sure it's the same length as this. See, it's the same length as your work in the front. Otherwise, it's going to pull too much. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, a double crochet, then 9 more singles, and again the first one we skip, see, so it doesn't bleed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. What you could do, you could start now already, if I would, with the purple, so you joined it in already. So you can do 2 rows at the same time, which is also very convenient, so you don't have these long ends hanging. I don't mind these long ends hanging, I just like it and I don't mind it. Now you see it gets a little bit bubbly here on the back. You hold this yarn there and you pull it a little bit like that side, and you give it a little bit stretch again, and you continue your pattern. It's a little bit more work, but I like the back so much better, and you don't have any ends to sew in, and that for me is a big plus. Okay, 9 and the 1 double crochet for the repeater, and then it says 7 singles again. So the first one we skip, and we do 6 ones, 6 single crochets where we crochet the other 2 colors in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I do 7? Yes, now it's 6. 6, and now it is 7. And then it says 13 double crochet. So we do 13 double crochet. So we forget that yarn to go through. We let it drop. 2. I skipped 1, see? Want to go too fast, and then I skip 1. So here I go again. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it starts to rain here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, blip, blip, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And now it says 3 single crochets, so we skip the first one with guiding the yarn, and we grab the yarn back here when we guide it through our work. 1 and 2, and this is 3. And now we wait, because in the pattern, give it a little bit more stretch, otherwise it's too tight. See, it needs to match your front work. And now I see that I have to change color to the darker brown in my written pattern. So you see, I have 2 on my, you always do the color change when you have 2 on your row here, and now you pull it through. It's much neater than when you do it. Now make sure I hang this line in the front so it doesn't braid. I don't mind twisting, but I do mind braiding the yarn, because then you go really crazy, and it's not just a chain. No, we're going to go further on here with a single crochet. There, see, pull this a little bit, pull that a little bit, pull the white, not too tight, but see how nice this color change is. I need this to the back. There, now it's gone. You see how nice it goes, and there. And now we're going to go with this darker brown, and we made our first color change without any problem. You see here, this is hanging, but really the next row will solve all those long threads. You can already start with the purple now, or with any other color, of course, in which you do this pattern. Let me mark where I am, because when I do this, when I talk this much, I forget where I am in my work. Okay, and now I need 6 of those. I did already 1, so we're going to do 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and then a double crochet, 1 double, and then 5 singles, and we skip the first one, see, and we take the yarn with us again. 2, 3, 4, 5, and a double crochet. And I'm going to pull the yarn on the back a little bit so it's smoother. See, hold these here on your color change, pull and stretch, and so you don't see it in the front that much anymore with your single crochets there. And now we go on with our single crochets again. 5, I did 1 double, 3 singles in this color, 1, 2, and 3, and we stop here because we're going to change our color. Make sure this white yarn stays at the front, this goes over here, that you keep your yarn organized. That is really very handy, otherwise it goes into a knot. Hang it backwards again, so we did 3 brown, and we're going to do 2 in this lighter beige, so 1 and 2 there. And we're going to do now 5 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let me mark my work. Sorry about that, normally it goes easier. And then 3 singles, forget those, and guide them now, 1 with those 2, 1, 2, 1 and 2. And you see you have no bleeding through your work here. The border is nice and tight. You don't see the other colors, really you don't see it. You see it sometimes bleeding with a single crochet here, but it's really a nice method. I'm very fond of this method now. I'm getting addicted now to change colors and make to do more, because it's so easy. And what did I do? I did the 3, now 5 doubles, and then 5 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and 5 singles. Is it 5 singles now? Yeah, 5 singles. The first one we don't do, Don't forget that, otherwise it bleed through. When you forget it, you'll see the difference. You think, oh, I need to rip it, because you really see the yarn through, bleeding through the other yarn. I don't know the word for it. Shining through, bleeding through. I call it bleeding through. 3, 4, 5. I really don't give it a tug yet. You can already do it, but it's not necessary. You need to guide it, that's all. And then 9 double crochets. Let me find it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then it's 5 single crochets. We skip the first one with guiding the yarn, but now we pick the yarn up again and we do 2. Let me 2. That was a little bit too tight. See, I pulled that yarn a little bit too tight and it bleeds through, but you can always pull it back. 2, 3, 4, 5. Was it 5? Yes, it was 5. And then 3 double crochets. Whoa, whoa, whoa. 1, 2, and 3. And 3 singles. Keep the first one. 1. Now guide it again. 2. Take it with you. Take it up under your hook. 3, and then 3 doubles. 1, 2, and 3. And then how many singles? 19 singles, so we get a good guide. Now I'm going to check if I pull it right. Pull it a little bit tighter. Stretch, pull, stretch, pull. That is all you have to do. Don't lose your stitch on. And now we're going to do 19 singles. So we're going to guide the yarn with us, but not on the first stitch after a double crochet, because it will bleed through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 18. Was it 19? It was 19. And after a session of so many, I always give this a little tug. I hold it here, see, with my fingers, and I pull this tight, and then I pull it again, and you see you don't see it at the front. Yes, a little bit, but it's really, really neglectable. Really neglectable. Okay, I'm continue 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then how many singles? Let me mark my work again, because they're long rows, and otherwise I double my work. 5, then 3 singles. No color change in this, so we skip the first, see? And then we guide our yarn with us. 2 and 3 and there, 1, 2, 3, 5 doubles. Five, yes, 5, and it says then 1 single crochet, but we can't guide it, so, and it's a larger session, so I do 2 double crochets here, and now 3 double crochets, and then the pattern color change again here, whoa, 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 so there, and then we did 3 in the light yarn. Make sure your yarn here is in order so it doesn't braid. Give everything, oh, I need to give it a little tug, see, because this is too wide, so you pull it a little bit tighter here. That is better if I do it like this on, much better. There, and you continue with this yarn, this color now. So we go into this color there, and we do 1, 2, we do 2 more, 1 and 2 there, making sure we guide the yarn echt, and then we're going to do, what are we going to do on double crochet, 1 double crochet, 5 singles, 1 double crochet, 5 singles here, a 1, and we skip the first one with guiding the yarn, and now we do how many? It's always difficult if you need to in another position to do 5. This is 2, this is 3, and this is 4, and this is 5. Pull it a little bit so the white doesn't shine through that much, and let me mark my work again, 5, and then it's 1 double crochet, 2 singles, 1 double crochet, and this is very short notice, see. So what I'm going to do is 2 singles in this color, 1. Oh, and I didn't guide yarn, of course, with the first one there. Pull it through already because we're going to have a color change again. As you see, it's a lot of pull and pulling, but you get really the hang of it. It's not massively difficult, but it's okay. 1, and now we guide the yarn, and we're going to change color. As it says now, we need to have the lighter color in the pattern, which is this one, and we always do a color change within those 2. There, show. Oh, I get a lot of messages suddenly. I will check later. Oh, I hear ping, ping, ping on my tablet. And now we did 1 here and here, and I'm going to cross it out again. Mark my work. 1 single crochet I've done, and then 9 doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I hope my fingers were in the camera, not somewhere here. Oh gosh, it's so difficult making. It's not easy to make a tutorial, really. And you see, I'm automatically guiding the yarn. And see, this is from the previous row here, and I'm kind of skipping this there. And then I'm doing, how many singles am I doing? On 37. Oh my goodness. 2 there. Pull that a little bit there. 37. We need to do singles in front of that dark all over. So I'm going to do 37. I have got the 2, 3, 4. 36 and 37 if this is okay. And do I need to recount? No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think this was 37. I counted it really well. As you see, it's a long line, so I'm going to hold it here and push it a little bit, tug it a little bit, pull it a little bit and tug, and there it is. And I need to pull it a little bit more because this is too wide here. So I will hold it there. There. See, and now everything is okay. And look how nice it looks at the front here. Here. Need to find my camera. I will end with how many? 17 double crochets. So let me do 17 double crochets. Oh, pop, 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 pop. Where is it? It's a long row. It's not a small tutorial. It's just showing how I do it in this pattern and how I make it. I make a color change. And I think this is the best way to do a color change because you have almost nothing to sew in and you cover those fringes with your double border. You have no sewing in of the ends. That is so nice. I mean, just a double border at the end, which I like because it finishes your work directly. And I made a lovely doggy face and doggy paw border. 1, 2, 3, 6 because I wasn't counting. 7, 8, 8. Wel maar mijn haakje erop houden. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Then 1 single crochet. And now I guide my yarn. In the last stitch I always guide it. This is the exception on the rule. I don't mind a little bleeding on the side. I will make a border anyway. But this needs to be captured here. And because it's such a long row, it doesn't really bleed anymore. Pull it a little bit there. And then my border stitch of the white yarn. I guide them too. See, I guide those yarn with it too. 1 and then 1, 2. Make it longer. That is a little bit too long. And now I have to find my, there it is. Sorry, I'm stretching here to get the snippy thingy in my basket. This is such a nice scissors. Betsy told me to get one and now I'm addicted. Okay, cut off the yarn, see, not too short, keep a little bit of yarn left over there, you never know, you need to rip it out and have a mistake. Tug it everywhere, see, and in the next video we start with the purple yarn to cover those long lines up. Okay, hope this was informational. It's really not that massive much work. On the 3-color line, I do that normally in 20 minutes a row, 25 perhaps. And in the purple row, I do it in 15 minutes, not via tutorial because I have to check what I say and so on and so on. But that's how you do it. And I think you can guide up maybe, I wouldn't do more than 3 colors at the same time. So you can 4 colors, that is. You can add a string of red. I will try that in the other one when I reach the red, or do the red like I did, because otherwise it gets too massive, the blanket. Hope you enjoyed it. See you maybe in the next clip. Thank you.